We start with a point. Hi everybody and welcome back to the Imagining the 10th Dimension video blog. This time around we're going to look at some more of the poll questions at the blog. A reminder, if you go to 10thdimension.com/blog, there's always new polls there for you to click on, and these are some of the ones that have come from the last few months. We're calling this entry Thinking Big. On my Twitter page, I describe myself this way. Rob is interested in thinking about the big picture of reality. That would be a common thread within these 4 poll questions we're looking at today. In various ways, they're all about thinking big. Let's start with poll 65. Is there only one possible ending for our universe? 1. Yes, that's why everything is inevitable and free will is an illusion. 2. Yes, but randomness and free will provide many paths to get to that single ending. 3. No, there are many possible endings. The poll ended June 2nd, 2010. Only 12% said free will is an illusion, while a fairly even split chose the other 2 responses. 41.5% said randomness and free will provide many paths, and 46.5% said no, there are many possible endings. My pick from these choices would have been number 2, which lost out to number 3 by a fairly narrow margin. I wonder how many people would have selected number 2 if Blogger's poll function had allowed me to be as wordy as this. Let's say the number 2 answer had been, there is only one possible final state which lies beyond the ending for our universe, and it's the same as just before the beginning of our universe, enfolded symmetry. But because there are many possible paths or world lines that we can travel to get to that final state, it may appear from within our space-time continuum that there is more than one possible ending, even though that's ultimately not the case. I would say the original version of answer number 2 sums this same idea up with less words, but since I myself have used the phrase, one of the many possible endings for our universe, in my original 10th Dimension animation, I would be the first to admit that I haven't always made my position as clear as I could have on this topic. Related concepts were explored most recently in my new video for Strength of Gravity, Speed of Light, which we discussed further in an entry from a few weeks ago called Cymatics, Gravity and Light. Poll 66. The dodecahedron is a fundamental underlying shape to our reality. The poll ended June 18, 2010. 61.9% agreed, while 38.1% disagreed. This relates to a video we published a few months ago called Our Universe as a Dodecahedron. The question we're looking at here relates to a postulate put forth by Henri Poincaré in 1900, which became a famously difficult problem to solve, with a number of proofs being offered and then rejected throughout the 20th century. The Poincaré conjecture should now be more correctly referred to as the Poincaré theorem, since it was officially accepted in 2006 that Grigori Perelman had successfully solved the problem. This was a very big deal in the world of mathematics, although Grigori has refused to accept any of the accolades offered to him for his proof. As the most recent example, on July 1, 2010, he turned down the $1 million that had been awarded to him by the Clay Mathematics Institute's Millennium Prize project for his solution. For more background about this poll question, check out the link I'm providing now to the article on the Poincaré dodecahedral space. Poll 67. All memories are formed during 5th-dimensional branching in our space-time tree. 73.6% agreed, while 26.4% did not, and the poll ended July 5, 2010. This poll question relates to a blog entry called Entangled Neurons, in which we looked at a new scientific study indicating that quantum entanglement is intrinsic to the process of memory creation. Regular readers of this blog will know that my project tries to get people to accept that quantum effects, often portrayed as being unimaginably strange, make more sense when we accept that they come from the additional degree of freedom offered by the 5th spatial dimension. Please go back and read or watch Entangled Neurons. I don't have anything to add here except that I'm pleased to see that almost 3/4 of the visitors to my blog were willing to accept my proposal here. Poll 68. Now that some Oxford University scientists have shown support for Rob's concept of our reality coming from a 5th-dimensional probability space, we can see that this idea will one day be embraced by mainstream science. 85.1% agreed, 14.9% disagreed, and the poll ended July 22, 2010. Do the branching world lines and parallel universes of Everett's many worlds interpretation occur within the fifth dimension? That's the big idea my project has proposed. In the video from my blog entry, The Fifth Dimensional Camera Project, we see Oxford's Dr. Simon Benjamin showing graphics very similar to the ones from my project. He talks about how our currently observed reality is derived from a branching tree-like structure in the fifth dimension, and those branches are the potential result of a combination of chance and choice. I'm grateful to John Ardern and Anab Jain, who showed Dr. Benjamin my original 10th dimension animation. Is this the thin edge of the wedge? Will more mainstream scientists be starting to embrace my approach to visualizing the extra dimensions because of the intuitive leaps it allows between previously compartmentalized realms of physics, cosmology, and quantum mechanics? Only time will tell. But hey, if time really is an illusion, then the world where this has happened already exists within my fifth dimensional probability space, and all I have to do is find a way to get there. That's all for this time around. Next time we're going to talk about global coherence. My name's Rob Bryanton. Enjoy the journey.